Hi there, I'm the LadyofNemesis and welcome back to my Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last time we were summoned by Lord Nasher to Castle Never in order to become a knight in his service. However, upon arrival the castle was attacked by creatures of shadows on order of the King of Shadows. With help from the Cernival we fought our way out of the entry hall and he told us to enter a hidden passageway towards the tomb of the original Lord of Neverwinter. The path wasn't easy, but we prevailed. Upon exiting, we found Lord Nasher in battle with the Shadow Reaver. After having defeated this, Lord Nasher knighted us as Knight Captain of Crossroads Keep and told us to form alliances in order to fight against the King of Shadows, as well as strengthen the keep itself against further attacks.
We heard about what happened at Castle Never, the attack. It's good to see you're all right.
To attack Castle Never? The King of Shadows? Garius? Oh, they're getting bold, they are.
So, did you get any gold along with the knighting ceremony? I mean, not that you'd carry it with you, since I already checked your pockets and your bags.
What efforts are being made in the war? Will Nasher commit his forces? And what of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance?
Know that word of all of this has traveled before the Kalakcha. Our duty is to carry the battle to the King of Shadows, his servants, and gather others who feel the same.
Alliances are made to be broken, if agreed to at all. Good luck trying to get anyone to join our side in these times.
Clan Iron Fist will help. They may take some convincing, but they wouldn't back down from a fight if they thought it was just.
The lizard folk should not be ignored. They once made their homes in the Mare, and the King of Shadows has driven them out.
The lizards?
Their history with settlements along the Mare is bloody, but they are fiercely territorial and are likely to hate the King of Shadows even more.
And we could look at last for the Wendersnaven.
Oh, gods.
No, they're not gods. They're the Wendersnaven. They exist, even if you can't see them with the eye, or touch them. They see all, know all, and have incredible powers. If they are on our side, we have a good chance of winning.
Oh, really? And how do we find something you can't see or touch and most likely exists in your head?
There's 2 sages at Portlast that are said to know something of the Wendersnaven. We could ask them.
Then it seems we have a number of roads open to us, and an army to build.
No, that will not be easy. Every time they are struck down, they reform. The only losses in battle with them will be ours.
There must be a way. Evil always has a weakness. We just have to find it.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? The thing is, how long do you look and where?
Pardon me, but sometimes these things come to you. I mean, we can't be the only ones the Reavers have threatened or hurt. We already have crossed paths with a bunch of allies and people and sorcerers and sages we never even knew before. And we did much of that through serendipity. So have a little faith. Maybe an answer will come to us.
Know that this may be the best we can hope for. We should search, but the problem of the Reavers may be one that only time can aid us with.
The claimed lands kill all life that enter it. We wouldn't be able to reach the King of Shadows in time. The movement through the Mare is never swift, even in the best of times.
If there's a path at all, we'd still need to know where we were going. And even then, we'd probably die getting there.
I don't think there's an easy path. As much as I hate to say it, I think we should ask Aldenon for advice on this.
Enough! I can carry no more.
Yes? There was a time I dwelled amongst the towers of Luskin, yes? For anyone interested in arcane knowledge, the Masters of the Towers have an impressive collection of artifacts. But simply being in their employ is not enough, and the things requested can even make the greatest of artifacts pale by comparison. And one day I simply cannot continue to do what I did. The smallest refusal, and one is marked for death. So I came here, sought protection in Neverwinter. I moved my shop down here in the docks in the hopes of avoiding notice. Very well. What answers do you seek? Oh, Cora. Why, no. I mean, well, yes, I suppose one could interpret that I have a problem with her. I heard about the fight at the Flagon, or the near battle, as it were. Well, it is not surprising. She tends to ridicule the art. Not necessarily magic itself, but those that have to practice it to achieve the level she has. It is not just. Sometimes, such magics do not come easily to others, and one must sharpen the mind to wield magic as a weapon. And she is dull to it. She is the example of what happens when power corrupts. When things are too easy, the soul suffers. If she does not train herself, learn discipline, then her power will consume her. It is a lesson you could stand to learn yourself, I think. My friend, you have changed since you first came into my shop long ago. You have the power to affect the world around you and do so dramatically. All I would advise is that you sometimes listen to those who tell you what you do not want to hear. And I am telling you that you have tremendous power, and that makes you dangerous. If you keep it inside, then it will consume you as it does Kara. Or worse, it will consume your judgment as it has done with others.
Captain, a moment of your time. We caught one of the Grey Cloaks, Sergeant Dobson, accepting bribes from a caravan master. Dobson, explain yourself to the captain.
Captain, I'm sorry it's come down to this. It's true merchants sometimes pay a little extra to speed along the process. It's almost standard practice among—
Not while wearing my cloak, Sergeant. Pardon. Assuming the captain agrees with me.
Some of the trade laws are too restrictive. The caravan master wanted us to ease up on some of the older laws. We're supposed to confiscate everything from technically, because some lord a century dead had a feather up his— well, you get the idea. The Grey Cloaks don't receive much of a stipend, and customs like this make it easier on us and the merchants.
And are you sure that's all he's trading in? If you don't search for contraband, it could be anything. In my opinion, this sort of behavior has to be eliminated to ensure order. But the decision is yours.
Exactly, Captain. If it were a bribe, well, we'd turn that down. Nothing. Nothing, Captain. I don't think I've really done anything wrong.
I agree, Captain. Sergeant Dobson, the captain's spoken.
Aye, Kana.
Thank you, Captain.
Be careful with that. It is a summoning circle, inscribed here by Garius and his allies. There are many dangers that even I cannot protect you from. You spent time in my haven. You would not want to see what could happen if any of the creatures you met there gained free reign within this keep. With the right tools, with the right focus, yes, you could summon a Beidazu or Tannery, provided you know the fiend's true name. Mythasm, perhaps, could be of use. If he is cruel, it is a cruelty with perspective, not violence. If you wish to summon him, I will instruct you how to do so, but I will not summon him myself. Very well. It is no simple matter. You will need a number of semi-rare objects to create the focus. I will write instructions for you.
They're back.
It's me, Captain. You got the letter about the King of Shadows, right? Brother Maxwell and I have had some fine adventures since then. We're hoping you have another quest for us.
Don't forget Huan and Condril.
Of course, and them too. So, do you have any jobs for us?
Choose your words carefully, Captain. With this lot, a misplaced word could send them to the 9 hells.
Ilfan Empire, you say? Guardian to boot? We have a new quest.
You really should let the captain finish.
Candrel, Juan, prepare the horses. We ride immediately.
Don't you think we should ask?
We've tarried here enough, Brother Maxwell.
Yes, Darid. Sorry again about this.
Hopefully, they'll stay out of too much trouble.
Enough! I can carry no more. Enough! I can carry no more. Enough! I can carry no more. Enough! I can carry no more.
I see the moon has been at your back. You look well. The mare has grown dark, and many villagers needed help in leaving before it was too late. And I have sought the scent on the breeze to learn of the Dark Hunter, King of Shadows. More can still be learned in the mare, but I have discovered something and had to tell you at once.
I heard one of the scouts was asking about me. Oh, well met. You're Dagon, aren't you? Your daughter has...
I am Dagon, yes. And you are Eleni, of the Circle of the Mare.
Once of the Circle, yes. What do you want?
It does concern her. It concerns you both. As I hounded the trail of the Dark Hunter and his minions, I came across something I thought lost. The druids of our lands, the Circle of the Mare, still live.
That's impossible. You're mistaken. If they were alive, I would know.
I can only venture to the swamp for brief periods of time. The reeds and waters feast on the living now. I followed the druids, and they had a ritual I think sustained them, even in the claimed lands.
The Circle! They must have found a way to restore part of the Mare. Keep it from the influence of the shadows. If so, we need to find them. They can tell us more about what's happening in the Mare than anyone. And if we can get them to ally with us, we may even be able to stop what the King of Shadows is doing to the land itself. That was my thought as well. Thank you for understanding.
Then you must make haste at once, if this is your course of action. No gratitude is necessary. We are at war and it must be done. I will mark the location on your map. As for now, I have other duties in the defense of the Sword Coast and this keep, and I must see to them.
Your father's not one for showing emotion, is he? It's difficult to see how he raised you, and you turned out so different. It sure worked out well for you. I wish others had had the same fathers. Regardless, we need to find the Circle. But as for reaching the location, that could be difficult.
I thought I heard the cries of a damsel in distress. Someone had to fill Chandra's role, eh?
Bishop, this doesn't concern you, so stop spying on us.
My dear, with you around, it pays to be extra watchful. As for you, Captain, heard your father was playing scout. I wanted to meet him, tell him what a wonderful girl he raised. All of the Sword Coast is thankful, I'm sure. Surprises and me travel together. You should know that by now. For another surprise, why don't you show me on the map you have there where your druid friends are?
They're in the Mare, along the northwestern reaches, near the settlements the orcs attacked many years ago during their incursion into Neverwinter.
I suspected that might be one of the places. As for the incursions, it wasn't just orcs. That's near an area the King of Shadows isn't likely to have claimed. Yet. Might be a good staging area to look for your dead druid friends.
Dagon says they're alive.
Maybe for now. Still, if you want to go, I can guide you to a safe port on the edge of the marsh.
All right. That would be welcome.
Save your gratitude until we get there and see the truth, but we better leave soon. Something tells me those friends of yours may have to move around a lot if they want to avoid the shadows.
Yes. Bishop's probably right.
All right then, I'll set out now. I'll start scouting the path, and join up with you only when need be. It'll save us all a lot of time.
Pardon me, Captain, but if I could just, have a moment of your time.
If you don't want a dagger between your ribs, I suggest you ask for alms elsewhere.